Well, guys, we're here. The pre-show is now over. This is an unannounced match. I figured there was going to be extra matches added. MJF versus Matt Cross. Don't know who MJF is. I've seen him before. And I know Matt Cross, I just can't picture him right now. MJF is the indie darling who was signed for the event. He caught the attention of the Young Bucks for some event in Germany or I don't remember. And he got signed for the card. MJF stands for Maxwell James Freeman. They just said it and I'm having a brain fart. Kind of looks like a smaller version of Colt Cabana. Out next is indie legend Matt Cross coming out to a very well-received ovation. They're mentioning how this is the biggest crowd he's ever performed in, so this is a huge night for him, obviously. Obviously, it would be for MJF, too, so kudos to these guys for getting this type of exposure and love from the Bullet Club. He looks like a Viking, Matt Cross. MJF is definitely the heel in this match. He slicked the crowd off. Crowd is definitely not behind him. He does have some innovative moves, though. He did a small package shoulder breaker on Cross. Never seen it before. Got a big reaction from the crowd. Now he's going for a submission armbar on Cross. He has him in the center of the ring. He's not even attempting to move and hit the ropes. Oh, he rolls up MJF in a pin attempt while in this armbar submission. Breaks out. MJF is back to working over the arm. Pendulum style DDT he had on Cross. He had him in the center, almost like he was setting him up for an RKO, but it was he used his body weight, Cross's body weight, and hit him with a DDT. Never seen that before. Now I'm starting to see what the Young Bucks see in this dude. Cross literally out of nowhere hits a cutter on MJF, bounces to the top turnbuckle, and hit a shooting star for the pin. Matt Cross in the opener over MJF for All In. Super impressive. They're showing it again on the replay. Wow. Okay, well, Jerry Lynn was advertised for this event. I thought he was wrestling. There was this guy in the ring in a ref uniform, and I have no idea who it was. And it was Jerry Lynn. Man, does he look different without his long curls and stuff. And he's definitely trimmed down since his wrestling days. I was wondering how he was going to be on this card. I thought he had a back injury and had to retire. Well, next match on the card, it is Steve Amell with Josh Segura. I don't know who that is. Is that somebody from his TV show? They're coming out in Bullet Club inspired gear, the Vigilante Club. All right. And the other guy has a shirt that says Prometheus Club. But they're coming out the Bullet Club music, which is weird. So I guess Cody really likes Steve Amell. This is Steve Amell's third professional match. He is undefeated so far. No, this is going to be his fourth match professionally. He's got ring gear this time. That was one thing he said he regretted when he wrestled for SummerSlam, is that he came out in black shorts. He didn't have ring gear on. He said he was going to make a point to have some made for this event. Out next, SCU member Christopher Daniels, King of the Indies, ex-Ring of Honor World Champion. Oh, the whole group is coming out. Daniels has a new, I'd say ring gear, but he's still kind of wearing his Nazi-esque jacket, but it's definitely a new one. He's strutting down to the ring. He looks excited. Christopher Daniels, a 25-year veteran of the ring. He is literally a living legend without the WWE's help. I did predict him to go over Steve Amell here. I'll be shocked if he loses. But here we go. The match is getting underway. Wow. Camera showing John Mayer sitting front row for this event. Lucky bastard. Christopher Daniels starts off the match dirty, spits on Amell's chest, takes him to the mat, and literally walked him dry, walked across his back, and then did the little mocking, kicking dirt on him as he was laying on the mat. Now they're doing a chop-off in the center of the ring. Steve Amell just did a takedown and repaid the favor and walked over Christopher Daniels in the same way. Now Daniels is stomping a mud hole and Amell in the corner. The fighting's moved to the outside of the ring. Amell threw Daniels into the guard gate and set up a table. He was looking for revenge. SCU put Steve Amell last year through a table on Ring of Honor TV. Daniels escapes and they're back inside the ring now fighting. I'm sure that table's coming into play a little later. Daniels just hit an Arabian moonsault off the second rope, coming knee first into Amell. Didn't even attempt to go for the pin, just continued to punish him. Amell applied a dragon sleeper to Daniels and was trying to hit the... Rhodes' finisher. I can't think of it. Why? What is wrong with me? I am totally sober. Crossroads. But Daniels blocked it. Steve Amell just went coast to coast off the top rope to the other side of the ring. Shades of RVD on Daniels. You can tell Amell is very winded here. He had shaky legs climbing the top turnbuckle. But amazing move there. Daniels hitting the best moonsault ever for a 2 count. Amell managed to kick out, but like I said, he is sucking wind. Daniels is perfectly fine. Daniels is set up on the table outside the ring. Amell climbing the turnbuckles. Does a diving elbow. Daniels moves out of the way. Amell shatters through the table. The crowd's being nice, giving a holy shit chant for the move. Jerry Lynn, the referee, was counting a 10 count. Daniels got in the ring. It looked like he was about to win, and Jerry Lynn climbed out of the ring and threw Amell back in so he wouldn't be eliminated. Jerry is now pulling off his ref shirt. Crowd's going wild. Daniels is shoving him. Amell, schoolboy. Daniels almost got the 3 count. Steve Amell's just double birded Christopher Daniels, daring him to hit him. Daniels tried to set up the angel wing. Amell fought out of it, flipped him over, went for a pin attempt, got a 2. Wow. Daniels recovered, hit Amell with a knee breaker, went back up for the fallen angel, best moonsault ever, and got the 3 count on Steve Amell, as I predicted. Christopher Daniels over Steve Amell. Next up, we have the women's 4 vs. 4 survival match. First out was Britt Baker. Next up coming is Madison Rayne, one of the original members of the Beautiful People. She's definitely looking good. Getting a nice reaction from the crowd as well. She would be the veteran of this match for sure. Next up is Chelsea Green. Definitely playing her Lauren Van Ness gimmick up to a hilt. She's coming out though like two-faced. Half of her is doing the Lauren Van Ness gimmick, smeared makeup, wedding gown, all that crap, and the other half is the regular looking Lauren Van Ness. Whew! She's a good looking woman too. Zack Ryder's a lucky boy. Next out, of course, is Tessa Blanchard, third generation wrestler, current Impact female wrestling champion. Well, she didn't come out booty first this time. She doesn't have the Impact title, which is shocking. I thought she would represent it. They let the Briscoes come out with their titles. She definitely looks good, though. Wow, her father was there at the end of the ramp, and so is Magnum TA. He's kind of a large man, but he's wheelchair bound. I haven't seen what he looks like in years. I almost have to rewind that and look at him again. Magnum TA, by the way, is her godfather? Man, he is unrecognizable. He's got knee braces on. He's in a wheelchair. Wow. Well, it's a family affair with Tessa. And there's some boy there, too. I don't know who that is. Obviously, it's probably a cousin or something. Maybe it's a little brother. Who knows? Tessa and Rayne take it to the outside of the ring, where Tessa throws Rayne into the guardrail. Van Ness, Green, and Baker are fighting it out in the ring. Green going for a pin attempt already. Green was in control, but Tessa Blanchard now is just manhandling every woman in this match, brutalizing them to a point. Madison Rayne now is back up trying to challenge. Wow, she bridged Blanchard trying to go for a pin attempt. Going again for a pin attempt.
Now you mentioned Tessa Blanchard is the current Impact Women's Champion. But
Hurricane Rana onto Blanchard from Rayne.
as well, we can't forget about that. Madison's traveling all around the world, and some
Blanchard gorilla pressing Rayne over her head, shucking her over the top rope onto Baker and Green. And the crowd is loving it. Madison Rayne hitting a huge cutter on Britt Baker off the top turnbuckle. Going for a pin. Broken up by Blanchard, who was also laid out by Green from a top rope missile drop kick. Green coming in, curb stomping Madison Rayne. Trying to set up an unprettier on Madison, and hits it. Super kick from Baker to Green. Top rope code breaker by Blanchard to Green. Baker super kicks Blanchard, goes for the pin attempt on Green. Got a 2 count. Wow. Madison Rayne hitting a crucifix exploder on Blanchard for a pin attempt, broken up by Baker. Baker and Rayne are now duking it out. Fisherman neckbreaker from Baker onto Madison Rayne. Going for the pin. Broken up by Green. Crowd is chanting, "This is awesome." Green going for an unprettier on Baker. And hits it. Going for the pin. Oh, I thought she just had it, but Baker got her foot on the rope. Chelsea Green hitting a Canadian destroyer onto Blanchard. Holy balls. The crowd is popping for that one. Huge. Can you hear it? Green is soaking it in. Never even seen her do that before. Hammerlock DDT by Blanchard, going for the pin, broken up by Baker. No! They're saying she won. They're saying Baker and Madison Rayne didn't get there in time to break up the pin. It sure as hell looked like they did. Anyways, I did predict this pick. Blanchard is the victor of the four-way survival match. Wow. That's a controversial finish there. Blanchard on the top turnbuckle, soaking it in. See, now they're showing it again in instant replay. I want to see how close this is. Hammerlock DDT by Blanchard to Green. Here's the... Of course, they don't show the count. They cut away from it. Whatever. Blanchard on top. All the women are coming to their feet now. Having a giant group hug in the center of the ring, raising each other's arms, which they should. That was a very good match. The world just got to see these four destroy it. The camera is now focusing on Chico, the real luchador, the guy that Flip Gordon was dressed as in the over the top rope battle royal, and Fat Ass Masa. They have ringside seats sitting at the corner of one of the ring posts there. The crowd's chanting Fat Ass Masa. Next up on the card, surprisingly, it's the Cody Rhodes versus Nick Aldis match. Out first came Brandy, who was in like a Britney Spears type-esque outfit. He's being led to the ring by his best friends of the family for life, DDP, Tommy Dreamer, his dog Pharaoh. They're all part of the Nightmare family. It's a big honor to be given a Nightmare jacket from Cody Rhodes, and there's very few members, and the members are obviously leading him out to the ring right now. I'm trying to see if I recognize anybody else. I know the other two are his trainers. Oh, one of his trainers is Glacier. That's Glacier. WCW. They were showing their training regiment in the 10 Pounds for Gold series on YouTube. I'm trying to see who the other two guys are now. I can't see the other two guys very well. Cody getting a big chant here. Cody in new ring gear, just Hulk Hogan style, ripped his shirt off. And I gotta say, he's bigger. He is jacked. Just bowed down, pointed to heaven and kissed the ring mat. The crowd is thoroughly chanting Cody. It looks like everybody is on their feet, too. Here comes Nick Aldis to a steady boo. He's being led to the ring. Wow. I see Jeff Jarrett, Tony Storm, ex-NWA World Champion, John Daivari, WWE Daivari. I'm trying to figure out who that last guy is. Wow. Quite the entrances here for Cody and Nick. Here comes the booze. Very impressed how they're building the big match feel around this. They even have in what's that? Nick Patrick? Not Nick Patrick. That old school ref from WWE, TNA. I can't think of his name. Not Nick Patrick. His son also reffed. He's reffing this match. This almost like resembles a heavyweight boxing main event. Earl Hebner. This is Cody's first ever attempt at the NWA World Heavyweight title. The oldest wrestling title in the history of wrestling. They haven't even touched yet, and this is like reminiscing like WrestleMania. What was it, 18 with Hulk and Rock? This is definitely could have been the main event. Probably the number 1, number 2 match that everybody came to see.
It was Cody, who's friend, kind of like a godfather to Cody.
Cody did his signature top rope, like elbow drop to the outside of the ring, but Aldis caught him with an elbow. And Hebner came out there and put up the X sign that he's unable to continue. Cody hasn't really moved since it's happened. And Aldis has given him his space. The DDP is now run out and is checking on Cody Rhodes.
He's abandoned the count.
DDP at least has him up and not up, but at least moving now. I mean, I would assume the match is over when the ref does this. Sean Daivari just came out, shoved DDP down. He has a towel in his hand. Daivari just pushed Hebner. DDP is in the ring and just hit the diamond cutter on Daivari. The crowd is cheering, but they're booing too. Now they're chanting DDP. This is kind of odd. Cody is still prone on the ground where he landed. I don't know if he had his bell rung or what.
Earl Hebner sending DDP to the back.
Yeah, Hebner is telling DDP to hit the bricks. I'm assuming this is legit because all this has not touched Cody Rhodes at all. Now, oh, he's bleeding. He wasn't bleeding before, which leads me to believe that Cody did get his bell rung and he just bladed himself now when he got his bearings together. That was all stalling by Daivari and DDP, obviously. They're back in the ring now, and Aldis is beginning to hit him. Cody fights back with a forearm. Cody power slamming Aldis, but it was kind of sloppy. He almost dumped him on his head. Like I said, I'm wondering if Cody got his bell rung. Cody hitting a figure 4 on Aldis in the center of the ring. Aldis reversed the figure 4, but Cody was able to reach and hit the ropes, breaking up the figure 4. Aldis hitting a massive running power slam to Cody on the outside of the ring. Cody's trying to avoid the 10 count right now. Cody makes it back to the ring, gets Aldis up in a spinning Alabama slammer, a brutal move in itself. Cody does seem to be a bit exhausted here. Aldis had Cody in the sharpshooter. Cody was able to get to the ropes and have the maneuver broken up. He's just laying on the ring, though, exhausted. He's barely moving. I don't know if it's for show or what. Like I said, I'm still thinking he was legitimately kind of not knocked out, but he was definitely got his bell rung there. Ah, pile driver by Aldis to Cody Rhodes, center of the ring. Aldis climbed the top turnbuckle. Brandy climbed into the ring and shielded her body over Cody. Aldis hit a elbow drop anyway, landing on her, which is getting a huge booing reaction from the crowd. Hebner is rolling her out of the ring. Sounds like they're chanting asshole. He's going for the pin attempt. Got a 2 count. Cody managed to hit the beautiful disaster off the second turnbuckle, followed up by the crossroads. Everybody was popping. They thought it was going to be the 3 count. It was a 2.5. Cody is just collapsed over Aldis right now, not moving. The crowd is on fire. Aldis tried to hit a crossroads on Cody. Cody fought out, whipped Aldis into the ropes. Aldis hit a sunset flip, and Cody schoolboyed, rolled him up, and he got the 3 count. He's the new NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Everyone in that arena is on their feet, clapping, chanting Cody. Brandy is in tears. Hebner is now handing Cody the belt. Cody's crying. I'm in shock, but it's very emotional. I'm trying to maintain myself.
We talked about the lineage of his father, but tonight we learned that
I predicted it was going to happen, but this is just a beautiful moment right now.
Cody would do anything to make us proud, and I can speak for everyone when I say Cody. It's not just your family.
Cody kissing Brandy, in comes the Nightmare Crew. DDP raises Cody's hands. They're hugging. In comes Glacier, his personal trainers. Tommy Dreamer. Wow. Well, that's a big notch in his legacy there. DDP is putting the belt around Cody's waist, letting Brandy fasten it. Cody soaking in his moment. Good for him. Tommy Dreamer, DDP were best friends with his dad. Cool moment, but they're there celebrating with him. Instant replay of the pin. Even the pin was shocking, just the way it went down. Wow. Kudos to Cody. Interesting tidbit. His dad was a 3-time NWA World Champion, and Cody Rhodes is now the 94th NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Up next is Joey Janella with Penelope Ford versus Hangman Page. This is Janella's probably introduction to the world. Definitely probably the biggest event he's ever wrestled on. He's supposed to be quite amazing, so I'm interested to see how this match goes. Coming out next is Hangman. They ran the promo package from Being the Elite, showing the whole storyline with Joey Ryan, who I'm expecting to probably get involved in this match. But this is supposed to be a potential blockbuster match here. So, like I said, I'm dying to find out how this goes. Paige, being a 220-pound plus man, known for his aerial ability, just hit it in a side moonsault off the top turnbuckle to the outside of the ring onto Janella, and it didn't even phase him. He practically landed on his feet. Paige pump handle slamming Janella onto a fold-out chair on the ring. Now revealing a literal Cracker Barrel from Cracker Barrel placed outside of the ring. They must be a sponsor. It looks like he's going to throw Janella into it. Janella whips him around, and Paige ends up going into the barrel. Janella chucks Paige over the guardrail, sets up a chair, springboards over the barrel onto Paige into the crowd. He's on a chair in the crowd celebrating with them. The Cracker Barrel has come into play many times in this match. Paige set it up with a ladder on top of it, hitting a burning hammer onto the ladder using Janella as the weapon, nearly bending the ladder. Penelope Ford getting involved, slapping Hangman. Hangman goes after her, tries to clothesline her. She hits a Matrix backdrop and then hits an RKO onto Hangman out of nowhere. Now she just top rope dived onto Hangman to the outside of the ring. The crowd is popping for that. She sets Paige up on a table, allowing Janella to climb the top rope and hit a diving elbow. Both men crashing through the table.